Hello, everyone. We're Sky and Mackayla, and today we welcome Ryan Cassata to the soundtrack of our lives. Ryan will talk to us a bit about his journey as a singer-songwriter, actor, performer, published writer, LGBTQ plus activist, and transgender motivational speaker. Welcome. We're really happy to have you here
Thank
with
you
us
so
today.
much. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a lot of things that Michaela just have to name. You're very busy.
Yeah.
So, do you want to start by telling everyone a little bit about your journey and how you ended up in the music industry and all that?
Sure. I started playing guitar when I was just 6 years old. I think there's just something inside of me that I was very compelled to play guitar. And at 12, I started writing songs. And I pretty much thought that writing songs was something that every kid just did in their room after school or on the weekends or whatever. I had no idea that it was a special gift or anything like that. I just, I thought it was just the standard thing that was going on. So yeah, that's how it all started. And then at 15, I started doing a lot of open mics. And then from there I started playing shows. So it was just one thing led to another of, climbing up to get to where I am now.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So your music has a lot of indie pop influence to it. So why did you choose this genre, or did it just kind of just happen? Is this just what felt right to you?
Yeah, I would say I didn't choose any genre or try to write in any specific genre. It's just what has come naturally to me.
Yeah, that's really cool. You mentioned before, or not as we were speaking, but you have mentioned before that you write protest songs. What does that mean to you? And then how does it affect your creative process? When you're starting to write a song, do you think, okay, I need to write a protest song, or does it just naturally happen?
Yeah, I write protest songs because of who I am in the world, being trans and being marginalized and oppressed. So it's not something that I decide. I never sit down and I'm going to write a song about this right now. I just write whatever's on my heart and on my mind. So that tends to a lot of time be the transgender liberation movement. And I write a lot of love songs too. And I would consider them to be protest songs as well, because I'm writing about queer love and something that a lot of conservatives are not okay with. So those are also protest songs.
Yeah, definitely. What is maybe the song that means the most to you at the moment?
At the moment, yeah, I've been thinking about my song "Love Around the World" a lot, which is a more underground song, but I play it at my live shows. And I wrote that song when I was 15, and it's all about just fighting oppression and coming together, that sort of thing. And I just think about that a lot now. Wow, I was feeling that a lot when I was a teenager, and I still really resonate with the message in that song now.
You talked a little bit about the fact that you created it when you were, I think you said 15. How has your music creation process evolved?
I would say, well, I've collaborated a lot more with people, especially my band. So the sound has evolved a lot in that way. And then just from listening to so many different genres, they all kind of get in my head and influence me in one way or another, whether I want them to or not. That's just kind of how it goes. So yeah, my music's evolved genre-wise. It shifted a lot. The sound that I'm in now is actually similar to the sound of when I first started playing music in bands when I was a teenager. And a lot of that music, from the early days, where it never got released or anything, but it's this early emo pop punk kind of sound that's happening right now. So yeah.
What is a few things that maybe you have learned about yourself while you create music?
I guess through creating music, I've realized that pretty much songwriting dominates everything else in my life. It's the reason I want to adventure, and it's the reason I seek out love, and it just dominates basically every situation.
Do you have a particular process for writing songs, or does it just kind of happen?
Oh, the process really, I wait till I feel a certain feeling, and once I feel that feeling, I guess you could call it inspiration, then I could write a song. Sometimes lyrics come first, sometimes music comes first, but I don't have any process. It just happens. Yeah, it's kind of magic.
So it's never oh, I'm gonna try to write a song about this. It's just whatever.
No, if I try to write a song and I don't wait for that wave of inspiration, then the song sucks. So I never try to write one.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. I know a lot of people like to think, I'm going to write about this relationship or this that's going on. But yeah. So how do you think music has helped you feel more in tune to who you are?
I think A lot of times in my songs, I write something that I didn't even know about myself. And then when I like listen to it, I'm like, whoa, that's exactly like how I'm feeling. And I couldn't like put it into words before I wrote the song. So music's helped me like process a lot as well, and it's been very healing for me.
Yeah, so being, part of the LGBTQ plus community and writing the protest songs, how has music helped you to highlight issues that the community is facing?
I think, yeah, music has given me another way of being an activist, really, like songwriting. And I've been able to write things in songs, and that message is communicated like in a way that the average person could understand, and maybe that helps to change their mind. Yeah, I think music is like the universal language, and music has a lot of power to be able to make positive change, and that's really what I've used my music for a lot.
Yeah. And with Pride Month coming up, do you have any special exciting plans for that?
Yeah, for Pride Month, I'm touring a lot. I'll be doing a few Pride festivals, so I'm super stoked about that. And I also have 2 more songs coming out during Pride Month. The first one is called Queer Love Outlaw, and then I have another one called Howl, and then in parentheses, protest song. So I'm super stoked about those songs coming out and leading up to an album that will release early next year.
Hey, exciting. Can you tell us anything about the album? Like, what can you share?
The album it's definitely like a protest album. It'll be more extreme in that way. Like, a lot of times I've only had like 2 to 3 songs that are like really about being trans on an album, and like a lot of the rest of the songs are like love songs. But this album is like, it's all following a theme, that being the transgender liberation movement. And I wrote a lot about that, and it's all like, yeah, it's really just like all a protest, the entire album.
It's cool.
Did it take time for you to be able to express on your songs about, like being trans and like writing about those topics?
Yeah, at first people told me, like, don't combine being transgender and your music, like, leave politics out of your music. And I realized, like, pretty quickly, like, I can't do that because this is who I am. I didn't choose for my identity to be politicized. Other people chose that. So, it's just natural that what I'm writing is what I'm writing, and there's no way to separate those things.
Yeah. And do you maybe feel safe right now in the music industry? And what are maybe some things that the music industry could do right now to make the LGBTQ plus community feel safer?
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like totally safe at like every venue that I'm playing at. I definitely feel more safe at the venues that have gender neutral bathrooms. So that's like one way to make things more safe feeling.
Okay, that makes sense.
So when you tour, do you look for specific sorts of venues, or do you just kind of go places? Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. I try to find venues that are more LGBTQ friendly, make sure that they are like cool with trans people being there. And also I do try to find more all ages venues, because my fan base is a little bit younger sometimes, so I try to like accommodate more people. And then I try to also like pick venues that the tickets could be the ticket price could be accessible for people as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like nowadays concert and tickets are just getting so expensive that obviously trying to keep in mind that everyone can access to those tickets, it's something great, something amazing to do.
Yeah, I think like the tickets, we have to like charge something, because we're not making any music for like streaming our music.
Yeah, that's fair. So what is your favorite thing about having all of these different careers, kind of like, or different aspects? And is it hard to juggle all of that?
Oh, I don't really find it hard to juggle, because I'm definitely a workaholic, and I love working and just like being on the grind. Like, it makes me happy. But my favorite part of it really is getting to meet so many different people from all around the world, and getting to connect with so many people. Like, that's been like a huge blessing in my life.
Yeah. What's been maybe one of the biggest challenges that you have had to face while making music as a trans person?
Yeah, I think trying to find people that are trans friendly to work with has been hard sometimes. And then also I'm deaf in one ear, so that's a challenge in the studio as well. And especially like with recording in stereo or recording live with a band, like it's an extra challenge for me.
How do you work those things out? Like, I don't know how to ask that question, I guess.
Well, sometimes it's been like the whole band has to listen to the mix in mono while we're recording.
Okay.
Like, I can't hear the stereo mix, so...
Yeah, okay. Do you feel maybe that somehow that would affect maybe the last, like the mix of the song could affect it because you cannot hear the stereo version of it?
Mm-hmm.
Could it affect the way it sounds for other people? Because obviously, you're not gonna hear it the same as other people. I don't know if that makes sense what I'm trying to say. I don't think it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't mix or master my own tracks. I always bring it to someone else that
Okay.
does have hearing in both ears. So basically, like for me, I don't hear my music the way everyone else hears it. So the way I've recorded it, I recorded one album in mono, The Witches Made Me Do It. So that one I get to hear the same as everyone else. But every other thing, I don't know like what it sounds like to other people, and the way that they mix and mastered it is for people that hear it in 2 ears.
That's crazy to think about that you're not, like as a musician, not being able to hear the product you're putting out there the same way that everyone is listening to it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard, and a lot of times, like live too, I run into the same issue. Like a lot of times I'm like the band is following me because I can't really hear them. And then like my drummer, I usually try to stand right in front of him because I'm actually feeling his bass drum to stay on beat because I usually can't really hear it.
So how can we make music venues a more safe space? You talked a little bit about it for yourself, but like for fans, how can we make it more safe for them?
I'm not really sure, honestly. I think like having things up that like deter bigoted people from going there, like a trans flag in the window or something like that, or a trans sticker and gender neutral bathrooms is one way as well. And yeah, I mean, a lot of times like having that like ticket to get into an event does create an extra level of safety because there's a paywall that you have to go through. And someone that's like trying to go there to hate on people usually is not going to pay to do that, So that's like one good thing about ticketed events.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So being so active in this community, like for so long, what are some amazing things that maybe have changed for better in the last few years?
Yeah, I think there's definitely more venues to play at now. Like there's more people that are aware of trans people and want to host trans people in their venues. So I think there's more opportunity than there has been in the past for trans people.
Yeah. Have you seen a big change maybe from like your younger self as a trans guy, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, whatever, till now, how maybe venues have changed? Or have you seen like things evolving a little bit for the community? Or do you feel like we are still way behind of where we should actually be?
No, I think we have a very long way to go, but things have definitely evolved. Like right now, everyone's aware that trans people exist. And that's why there's so much pushback right now. But that's just part of any civil rights movement. It's a, if you look back in history, like this is exactly what happens, People become more visible. They ask for their rights. People try to take away their rights. And eventually you get your rights. So I do have a lot of hope for the future for the trans community.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you talk a little bit about, so you're a motivational speaker. Does that influence your music, or does your music influence that?
I think they're two separate things that get combined when I like do speeches, and there is some overlap, like themes that I talk about in my speeches I often write songs about, but I don't think they like influence each other, determine one another, or like one comes first or something like that. They're just two things that I'm super passionate about and do both of them and try to merge them when I can.
Do you always feel comfortable being on stage? Or was it maybe a point where you were like, nervous to step on stage and be in front of so many people or things like that?
Yeah, I feel comfortable now, but when I first started, I was so like nervous. I was so anxious when I first started, and I was a kid, 13 years old, like when I first started playing shows. So yeah, I was nervous at first.
What maybe helped you get over like maybe your fans, or that you realized that you were safe, or like what helped you get through those things?
I think just doing it over and over and over again, like you just get used to it after a while, and the stage fright goes away.
Do you still get nervous now, or is that kind of gone?
It's not like nervous, it's more like anticipation, and I don't like that feeling. Like the feeling of anticipation, like it's hard, and it's just like, okay, when are we going on stage? Like we're running an hour late, like the concert's running an hour late, like can we go on already? Like that sort of feeling. Like that happens a lot. Or you're like, will anyone show up to this concert that I'm playing in this random town that I've never been to, you know? Like that sort of thing. So there's still nerves like involved, but it's all worth it.
Yeah. What like plans and dreams do you have for the future? Like maybe both long term and short.
Yeah, definitely. A goal of mine is to play bigger shows for sure, and just keep growing my following and getting more people to listen to the songs.
Do you have any dreams in the other aspects of your career, if that makes sense? Like the acting and the speaking and all that? Or are they more music based?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would love to do some more acting, and I definitely like love speaking and love to like speak at bigger events and all of that. So yeah, I just want to keep doing
Now
what
we're
I'm
gonna do
doing and
our
hopefully
section of
grow it to a larger
questions no one
scale
knows
and
the answers
be able to help
to,
some more
where
people.
we ask the most random questions that we can find.
Okay, let's see. It's hard because there's always too many good questions to ask. So what is something that characters do in movies that annoys you the most?
I would say mansplaining bothers me so much. Like when I see sexism on TV, I'm like, oh, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But he's
I
guy.
don't know. Maybe when they just take like a taxi or something and they just get off the taxi and like, who paid for it?
Yeah, true.
Like, thank you. And then like you never see them paying or anything. Or when they just go like, they get again, like they get in a taxi and they just like follow that car. Like, I don't think it's that easy.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't. So I don't think that makes it. I
You
should
tried
try
sometime.
sometime, but I don't think that's gonna go well.
For me, it would probably have to be when they do something really stupid. Like, and like, I'm not a horror movie person, but if I was, like, when they go check out that creepy sound, I'm like,
Yeah.
you're just asking to die. Like, you know what I mean? That bothers
Yeah.
me.
Like you're supposed to run away from the danger, not
Yeah.
go towards it.
Yeah.
Okay, name one movie you think should have a sequel.
Whoa. I don't know. I'm not a big movie watcher, honestly.
Or what about TV
Yeah.
series having another season?
Yeah.
Is that easier?
I would have loved to see Ozark continue.
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that. Maybe I did see a few episodes. I don't know.
Yeah, it's super good.
What about you, Mackayla?
I don't know if you guys have seen The Tomorrow People, but that definitely deserved more seasons.
No, I've never seen that. You know, there was a for me, I think there was a what is it called? There was a series on Netflix. I think it was called like The Society or something like that, and it ended like it was supposed to have another season, and then they never did it.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, so I'm still like, every day I think about it because I really wanted to know what happened after. But anyway,
Oh no.
Okay, what sitcom scenario would you most like to see play out in real life?
I don't know, honestly.
Sky, do you have an answer?
like something that happened in a sitcom, like what would I like to be?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely like Friends at the first episode, the first season, when
Okay.
Rachel just walks in and dressed like a bride and everyone's just there, and then Ross says like something about a wife. Like, I wish I could find a wife or something, and she walks in with that. I think that would be funny to like be there. I don't know. What about you?
I don't know. I feel like it'd be funny if just like all of a sudden, like in the middle of the day, everyone in your life just started like singing and dancing.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be funny.
Like that would be funny.
Yeah, I guess.
Just because I can't imagine half the people I know
Sure.
singing and dancing. So that'd
Yeah.
probably be the funniest part.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's ask our final question.
What is the soundtrack of your life?
That's that's a good question. Well, I would say it has a little bit of like every genre
Okay.
in it because I listen to a lot of different music, and I would say like the top things that I'm listening to like right now: Bruce Springsteen, Alkaline Trio, The Get Up Kids, Lana Del Rey, SZA, Justin Bieber, Drake, Kendrick Lamar. I mean, there's so much, so much good. SZA, Justin Bieber, Drake, Kendrick Lamar. I mean, there's so much, so much good.
Do you have maybe a specific songs or anything like that? Or just like those people kind of make up your soundtrack?
Yeah, that would say that makes up my soundtrack. And then I've been listening a lot right now to We Shall Not Be Moved, Mavis Staples' version. And I think that's a great song for the movement right now, too.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Ryan, for coming and talking to us. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Before you go, can you share your
Yeah.
social media, Spotify? whatever, so people can check you out.
Sure, you can find me Ryan Cassata on all social media and streaming platforms. And yeah, my artist name is the same as my name, so should be pretty easy to find. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, listeners, go and check it out and make sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at STO Lives Podcast. Thanks for joining us.